Your Lie in April is yet another one of those shows you are watching just for the feel-faggotry. When it comes to the content, there is hardly enough to fill 2 seasons worth of material, and wastes most of its duration in out-of-place comedy. So as usual, you just have to label everything as "it's teenagers, so it makes sense not to make sense," and move on to crying for the sake of crying. The premise is your down-to-death romantic school comedy, which they spice up by making it as overdramatic as possible. Basically, the most tragic things happen to the kindest people, so you will find that sad and cry about it. More specifically, the boy suffers from PTSD and the girl has a mysterious, incurable disease. This setup is enough to make it stand out from the majority of similar school romances, but only because of its extremity, not the way it handles the themes. Starting with how it's an anime, and that means it's not really going to be about the romance, but constant misunderstandings as they desperately try to get to first base. In the West, that is over in the first 10 minutes. In Japan, that is the whole effing show, because the main character is as always a complete pussy. Most of the episodes are prolonged internal monologues and side stories about other characters who ultimately do not affect whatever crumbs of plot there are. So basically the plot is 4 episodes, stretched to last 20. As for the topics of PTSD and terminal disease, they are there, but are constantly mocked by comedy. We have a boy with a history of child abuse, and we are going to have him getting violently beaten up by the girl every 15 minutes, while making it seem it's funny. What's that? It ridicules whatever theme exploration we are going for? Oh, come on, it's teenagers, so it makes sense not to make sense. Keep crying! I even heard people defending the constant tonal inconsistencies as part of easing the depressing mood. For them, ridiculing PTSD and terminal disease is what gives a bright note to the dread. I'm sorry, but if they ridicule it, it's not serious. Let's face it, it's the sad classic music that does the trick, and the fact it actually exists in the show, since the boy and the girl are playing instruments to express their emotions, and it's not random music they slap in the background. Also, it's not chickening out at the end with a cop-out solution by magically fixing everything just for the sake of getting a forced happy ending. But these are not nearly enough positives to make it a great show. Not a complete waste of time, but also not one you watch for mature content.